Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that one thing you use every single day suddenly stopped working. No warning, no backup, no easy solution. At first, it feels like a small inconvenience. Then a few hours pass. Stores become crowded. People start searching for answers. The internet becomes unreliable. And suddenly, something your grandparents considered completely normal becomes one of the most valuable skills you can have. The surprising part? This skill isn't complicated. It doesn't require expensive equipment. It doesn't require special training. And yet millions of Americans no longer know how to do it. But recently, something interesting has happened. Across the country, more people are beginning to rediscover this forgotten survival skill. Not because they're afraid, but because they're realizing how dependent modern life has become on systems they can't control. Today, you'll discover what this skill is, why it nearly disappeared, and why thousands of Americans are bringing it back. And by the end of this video, you may decide it's a skill worth learning yourself.
The forgotten skill, self-reliance. For most of human history, self-reliance wasn't a hobby. It was normal life. People knew how to prepare, how to solve problems, how to store food, how to handle emergencies, how to adapt when things didn't go according to plan. They didn't wait for someone else to fix every problem. They developed the ability to take care of themselves and their families. And that mindset created resilience. Today, many people depend entirely on convenience. Food delivery, GPS, online shopping, instant information. Modern technology is amazing, but convenience can sometimes create vulnerability. Because when convenience disappears, capability suddenly becomes very important. Why Americans are bringing it back. In recent years, many people have experienced events that changed how they think. Power outages, severe weather, supply chain disruptions, unexpected emergencies. These experiences reminded people of something important. Preparedness is not paranoia. Preparedness is responsibility. The goal isn't to expect disaster. The goal is to avoid panic. Prepared families tend to remain calm because they already have options, and options create confidence. That's one reason survival books, emergency supplies, backup power systems, and preparedness tools have become increasingly popular. People aren't trying to live in fear. They're trying to reduce uncertainty. The forgotten habit of keeping emergency supplies naturally. Not because they expected emergencies, because they understood that preparation was simply common sense. Today, many homes operate with very little reserve. If stores close unexpectedly or supply deliveries are delayed, stress appears quickly. A simple emergency pantry can dramatically increase peace of mind. Even a few extra days of food, water, batteries, and basic supplies can make a huge difference. The goal is not building a bunker. The goal is building breathing room. Why backup power is becoming essential. One of the biggest lessons modern Americans have learned is how much life depends on electricity. Phones, internet, medical devices, lighting, refrigeration, communication. When power disappears, daily routines change instantly. That's why portable power stations, emergency radios, rechargeable lanterns, and backup battery systems are becoming increasingly common in prepared households. These tools don't eliminate emergencies. They make emergencies more manageable. And that's often the difference between panic and confidence. The forgotten skill of learning before you need it. One of the most powerful survival skills is something almost nobody talks about: learning before the emergency arrives. Most people wait until a problem appears. Prepared people learn first. They read, they practice, they prepare. They understand their equipment before they need it. Because the middle of an emergency is the worst possible time to learn how something works. Knowledge is one of the few survival tools that weighs nothing and can never be taken away. Why backup power is becoming essential. One of the biggest lessons modern Americans have learned is how much life depends on electricity. Phones, internet,
medical devices, lighting, refrigeration, communication. When power disappears, daily routines change instantly. That's why portable power stations, emergency radios, rechargeable lanterns, and backup battery systems are becoming increasingly common in prepared households. These tools don't eliminate emergencies. They make emergencies more manageable. And that's often the difference between panic and confidence. The new generation of prepared Americans. Something fascinating is happening. Preparedness is no longer just for outdoors enthusiasts. Families are learning. Homeowners are learning. Retirees are learning. Young adults are learning. People from every background are rediscovering the value of self-reliance, not because they expect the worst, but because they understand that being prepared creates freedom. The more prepared you are, the less you depend on luck, and that's a powerful advantage in an unpredictable world. The forgotten survival skill Americans are rediscovering isn't really about gear. It isn't about stockpiles, and it isn't about fear. It's about self-reliance. It's about knowing that if something unexpected happens, you have options. You have knowledge. You have preparation. You have confidence. Because survival has always started with one simple principle. The more capable you become, the less fragile your life becomes. And that's a lesson worth rediscovering. If you enjoy learning about preparedness, emergency readiness, self-reliance, practical survival skills, and the forgotten knowledge that helped generations stay resilient, subscribe to the channel. Because every week we explore the tools, habits, skills, and preparedness strategies that can help you become more capable, more confident, and more prepared for whatever life throws your way. And if you're interested in any of the preparedness gear mentioned in this video, including emergency radios, portable power stations, survival handbooks, water storage solutions, first aid kits, flashlights, lanterns, and backup power equipment, you'll find all of the recommended products through the links in the first pinned comment and in the video description. Take a look and start building your preparedness one step at a time, because the best emergency plan is the one you create before you need it.